right. My attitude is back. The sunshine's back. It's normal temperatures for, summer. So, anyway, give you a quick show of what's been accomplished here since the snowfall. Stick with me. All right, here we are in the greenhouse, the little seedling house. You'll notice a distinct lack of a lot of the seedlings that were there. Got around yesterday to potting up the rest of my tomatoes. Some of them look a little, they'll take a little bit. They'll stretch back up towards the sun now that I've kind of coiled the any of the legginess out of the Sweet Millions. I mean, those cherries, they tend to get a lot leggier, taller, faster than the main tomatoes, like the San Marzanos or the Better Boys. That's all I have left to pot up. The rest is at home to get planted. So this is starting to clear out, which is nice. That means that things are actually going out in the field. So let's take a look at that. Let's see what I did. What I did. I still have a bit of room. Okay, so this is Brussels of the Churchill variety. I don't think I need to go through all the different varieties, but I guess I could if people are really that interested. So those were my spare Brussels that I planted after all the other ones died. I left anything that looked like it might possibly live, and there was very, very few of those after the 2 frosts before the snow. This is broccoli, and that is looking phenomenal. It's nuts to me how much of a difference it makes to have a plant at a decent size before putting it in the ground. If there's any kind of inclement weather, like a tiny little, in a perfect world, yeah, that would get in and grow and it would do its thing. But I'm telling you, like, even leaving stuff for a week, I guarantee I won't be doing anything as early as what I tried this year without row covers and some poly. If it's just in the ground, I'll wait. I'll wait a couple of weeks. It's broccoli. I don't know what I was rushing for, It's not like, well, if I get the broccoli in, I could have a harvest in an earlier couple of weeks. No, it's broccoli. I mean, you're not going to be rushing that. Anyway, I got my Swiss chard in here, and it is looking very vibrant. That has got to be 4 or 5 times the size it is, or was, when I planted it. I popped in a bunch of my extra winter borer kale because this was dinosaur, Licinta, the dinosaur kale, and it got ravaged by that those 2 days of frost. So I tried to kind of fill in the blanks, but anything that looked like it had a little bit of green, I'm giving it a chance. There's the initial planting of the winter burrow. Okay, so this is the stuff that did not get affected by the frost, like the dinosaur kale did. Okay, so that's the size that it is, and then these are what I planted out. Maybe what's it been? A week? Not even maybe 2 weeks. So what is the difference in size between those? Nothing. I really don't believe that I gained anything from having those on the ground. I got lucky. That was those and the white cabbage were the only things that were kind of okay with the frost. The red cabbage got ravaged. There's a survivor, but I took a bunch of my extras that I had left in the greenhouse for a reasonable amount of time and popped them in. This is the white cabbage row. This did really well right from the get-go. It didn't seem to mind. I'll have to check the if you're interested, I'll check the variety on that, but it just seemed like the second it took the ground, it was happy. So here's my little selfish row, my chamomile. I'm going to make a harvester for this. I was checking it out, and there's no way I'm paying $100 for a little harvester. It's just like a little rake with fingers so that you can quickly harvest, and it's got a little bucket behind it. I'm next to positive I have enough scrap wood and imagination to make something like that for under $100. Who was it? I think Brian, hop along, allotment life Brian. He was like, you never know that a lemon balm might come back from the roots. And I honestly, Brian, I said things to you that I probably shouldn't have said. I was like, you're insane. There's no way. Dude, this got crushed. This is one of the ones that I had kept, left over in the garage. So I replanted, but then I started looking around and I'm like, what? Because I had 1, 2, 3 per row. So 2 out of that row. Fallen soldier. You know, came back. This little fella, that little fella. So I guess I'm going to have more lemon balm than what I thought I was going to have, which is really nice. And I'm still contemplating over here. For whatever reason, I really like the lemon balm, the lavender, and the chamomile tea. I don't know what it is about that little trifecta, but it seems to work for me. Calms me down and gets rid of stuff in my head. So this is a herb bed that is as of yet underway. The dill and the cilantro that I planted, nice little plugs, a whole bunch in there. Yeah, Frost got those. So I reseeded a whole bunch of that. Those are the 2 rosemary plants that I kept alive in my garage over the winter. I'm going to keep them out here, see how they do, and at the end of the season, I will be digging these up, putting them in a pot, and throwing them in the greenhouse. Those are the thyme that I bought because all my thyme failed, but I reseeded, and I'll be able to fill all this in with thyme and probably have some plants. The very first chives that were planted, Joe and Meg, I named a few of them, curly and broadleaf parsley. Oh yeah, look at the weeds. I'll put this in a different video. I am insanely unimpressed with this compost, but the spinach bed's looking good. I went through here, I hoed in between the rows, and then I went through and I hand weeded everything not even a week ago. And already I am seeing some resurgence, but at the end of the day, I think today I'm actually going to harvest. Get rid of all those big leaves, take those home, and keep that growing. The next row I did, whatever, 3 days ago or something, just before that snow. I did radish, and then this is a loose leaf, like a premium blend loose leaf. I started all my beans in the greenhouse. I did have very poor germination on those, less than 50%. So, Johnny Seeds, boo on your Cosmo beans, boo. Not a big deal. I will just kind of succession sow. So I'm going to sow some more seeds. I might just do them direct and just sow the rest of this. So these will come in first, obviously, and then the next ones. This is a row of carrots that I seeded. Who knows if it comes up. Plan for these today, beets and another row of carrots. I can't really have too many carrots. I can pickle them, and they stay crispy like forever in the right temperature. So, heck, leave them in the ground, right? I mean, it's something that's, yeah. Anyway, okay. That's another row. That's a different variety of broccoli. I think that's gypsy. The 2 different varieties of broccoli harvest at different times. I don't find that there's a lot of that at market here. Like you do get a lot of tomatoes, but you don't get a lot of herbs. You don't get a lot of greens. You don't get a lot of the brassicas. I don't know. I mean, it's whatever. We're gonna see. Here's my 2 rows of lettuce. So I planted these out from little plugs, and they've certainly taken. They enjoyed that wee little bit of rain that we had for a half an hour last night. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 different types. That is the last of my cabbage. I'll have to find something to fill in this in here, maybe some more beets. And then my onions seem to have kind of perked up after having a bit of rain. And I totally need to get into my leek bed there and get that hand weeded. I went through with the hoe in between the rows, but I mean, there's stuff that's sitting right close, so that needs to be accomplished. All right, the straw bales, they're as ready as they're going to be. I followed the instructions, so I'm today what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my my squash planted out into here, so I have a bit of bit of horse manure from a year and a half ago that I'm just going to use to kind of top dress and then punch a hole in there. And game plan is to get all these squash bales planted today. My irrigation system, I'll have to do that in a different video. I have had it up and running. I have also had a few issues that I obviously have no problems sharing with you folks. Sharing's caring, right? Here's the field that I have yet to be able to get some decent soil for, and it may look absolutely atrocious to some of you, but for the couple of people that have followed this is a little different than last year. This is uplifting. That is manageable. That a person can deal with. It's essentially on each row, wherever I had plants last year, that's the only spot there was holes in the cardboard that it could really come up. Sometimes it'll pop up in between the layers. Okay, no big deal. So, I just started the other day. I don't have a whole lot of hay left, but I just quickly I just re-cardboarded that, slapped some hay out. I think that was like, a half an hour. So it's not going to take very long for me to quickly dig, pull, cardboard, and slap some hay on here. And then obviously I would like to be able to find some half-decent compost. The place I got this from they're never getting another dime out of me. I hate getting ripped off. Let's take a boo in the tomato house. So yesterday was a big day. I spent a lot of time out here yesterday. I might throw a clip in. I went through and weeded and hoed and whatever. You'll just see all the stuff that's whatever I either missed or flipping spraying up overnight. This is absolutely chock full of lamb's quarter. All of this compost. The second that you turn it over, that's all you get is more lamb's quarter. So even digging a hole to plant a tomato created a 18-inch radius of straight weeds. So I hate getting ripped off. What a pain in the exterior. Anyway, so I weeded everything, and I know I'm going to have to go through it again. I suckered. Oh, speaking of that, I miss that guy. But I suckered everything. There's some here that I'm going to need to clip up fairly soon. But I mean, they're all looking... And I took off all the bottom branches that were touched by the cold. Well, maybe not all, but... Maybe not all. But most. And then I fertilized. I mixed up some fish emulsion and some kelp extract and what have you, and I gave them an awesome water. Look at the Salanova. The Salanova lettuce, it's starting to like its new home. I understand greenhouses are warm. I get that. It'll be able to deal with it. I have no fear. As soon as I get my roll-up sides, they'll be fine. We don't get that hot here. I mean, if we get 30 degrees Celsius, that's... Everybody here is complaining, right? So, but they're looking better. They're looking better. I took a quick peek at the planting day video, and they have perked up. They liked that feeding last night. I can absolutely tell. So, anyway, I hope it's another big day. I mean, today's not going to kick its own ass, right? I got to contribute a little bit. So, I have got my squash to get in. I'm going to have to plant that row of beets, another row of carrots. That should be every row out here planted. And I got a whole bunch more stuff started as far as replacements for successional sowing. And then I'm going to have to find more soil. I need to get that other side going. And my spuds are coming up. All the way down to the first 8 is a friend of mine, Alex's TPS seeds that I grew into potatoes and then kept those potatoes. And then here's Nick, Allotment Diaries. Those are what I grew and saved from him. They're coming up awfully nice. Oh, we got to take a turd in the bucket. How are you going to do a garden update without a turd in the bucket? Look at these. I'm looking so forward to these cow's horns and the amarosas. Amarosas look like they're just going crazy already. I'm already thinking those pots are too small. There's my bucket of turds. Thanks, Deb. All right, guys. So if you followed along or if you wanted an update, awesome. If you're one of the 150 people that views, thank you. I appreciate it very much. If you aren't subscribed and you did kind of like what was going on here and want to see a bit more, you can always subscribe if you like. You know the drill. Other than that, pop a comment in the bottom. And thank you for all the support after I had that snow and I had a little hissy fit and acted like a 5-year-old for a day. Sharing's caring. Have a great day. We'll see you later.